Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Welcome to Rollin Field, everyone. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we're ready for the boys' game between the Loyola Rams and the Corvallis Blue Devils. The girls with the big win in Game 1, 5-3 over Corvallis. Now it's the boys' turn to see the Loyola Rams keeping themselves alive in any postseason type play. As the teams knuck up and get set to go, our keepers for the game. For the Rams, it'll be the one and only Danny Kaleva, and it'll be Hunter Linois in for Corvallis. Blue Devils and the Rams coming up momentarily. The Rams will be working left to right. The way the field is set here at Rollin Field is it sits west to east, or east to west, however you want to take a look at it. But it is an east to west setup on the field. We've got cloudy skies, had a little sprinkle of rain between games, but nothing too major as they honored the seniors between games, both the boys and girls, and I thought it was pretty awesome that the PA announcer took a moment and recognized the seniors for Corvallis and their boys and girls program as well. That's pretty cool, including them and making them feel special, because you know what, folks? At the end of the day, these are our local sports heroes. They deserve every ounce of praise, every ounce of love that we can give them for the efforts that they put in. As we get ready to go, Austin Ogilvie will be the one to take the kick for the Rams as they have first possession, and there's the whistle to start play as we get the clock running. And Rams go ahead and work this one back into their zone. They've got Tyree on the run down the near sideline for the Rams. He's going to take it deep into the corner and taken off the ball very quickly and sent back down in a flick. And now Corvallis pushing the ball. Tyree is there. He'll turn the ball. A feed by Clayton Ogilvie, and Tyree will run it down in. Deflection off of Tyree, fought for, and out of bounds. We'll have our first throw-in coming in favor of the Rams. Austin Ogilvie in the middle of the field. He is the goal scorer for the Rams, as he's going to take the throw-in. A touch out of bounds, and that's going to be throw in, excuse me, in favor of the Rams. Set. Burns is there. Dial fights for it. Burns again, and it's cleared out of the zone. It'll be picked up by Hoikling of the Rams. Hoikling is there on the defensive end, and Corvallis looks to turn it upfield. And they're going to go ahead and drop it back. Corvallis does, and now they'll go on the run. Little jersey polling, and Hoikling will come up with it for the Rams. Drop for Corvallis deep into the zone. And they'll go ahead and go all the way back to Linois, who will switch fields. Clayton Ogilvie's there in the middle of the field. He's going to try to touch it up to his brother, Austin. Nope, he's going to bring it up by himself. And a hesitation. Now Clayton will turn it inside. The set, and it's across the front of the goal, and it's back deflected and chased down by Clayton in front of the corner. Clayton with the touch. Defender is there, and Corvallis will turn it. There's Dial. Dial, good move. And the defense of Corvallis smartly kicking it out of bounds. throw in. A header to put it in the box, and Linois will get it. The drop kick coming. There's a touch by Dial. He's got space, drops it back to Lechner. Lechner will send it ahead. And a touch by the defense. In the middle of the field is Lucas Eimer for Corvallis. Ball bouncing around. Now we get a whistle, and our first free kick of the game coming in favor of the Rams. Liam Lechner to take the kick as he is the defensive headman, and this one's going to get out behind the goal. A goal kick coming now for Corvallis. Lechner, double duty sport man, as he is a soccer all-star and has been kicking field goals and PATs for the Rams this year, although it's mostly been PATs since the Ram offense has been able to control things and score touchdowns. Corvallis trying to make the run. Kirkus is there. Lechner to turn it. And Lechner will fight through. Lechner goes down, as well as the the Corvallis player. Kirkus steps in, and now it's in the middle of the field. Clayton Ogilvie with a foot on it. Toonstra steps up, and Toonstra will go ahead and turn it. Corvallis clearing it out. Toonstra is there. Heavy touch. Dial now. And Hoikling will give it to Dial in the middle of the field. Lechner now. And too much on the touch, and Corvallis on the run. This is Jeremiah Ferrero as Calmy is there, and this one is put back behind the net. We'll have a corner kick coming now for the Blue Devils as Lechner goes down in the first corner of the game. And Corvallis will try to set up very quickly. You'll see a difference between, the biggest difference between the boys and the girls game is just the speed of the game. So here is the kick. Lechner is there with the header. Tyree comes back, and it's volley back in, and this one's off the goalpost. We'll have a goal kick coming. Good job by Corvallis to volley that one back in. That's how you score a lot of goals, is off those deflections. You get the keeper to go one way off the deflection, and you can put it in the opposite way. Here's Kaleva with the kick, and Corvallis with a touch, but it gets to midfield and chased down by the Blue Devils. They'll send it back into the Ram zone. Clayton Ogilvie is there with a touch, and Dial as well. We get a whistle, and this is going to be against Corvallis' Dante Venema. And the Rams will have a free kick coming. Lechner to take the kick. He'll put this one up the middle of the field. Tyree back there trying to get a punch on the ball, and Corvallis will smartly clear it out as Lechner will chase it down past midfield. He'll let it set, and a header. It's Kirkus trying to get it to Austin, and Opat steps up in front of Ogilvie, and now it's Clayton. Clayton with a touch on it. Corvallis defender is there. And now fed ahead. Touch on it by Kirkus, and Lechner will settle it down. And Lechner feeds it ahead. Too much for Clayton Ogilvie, and Corvallis will control. A good stall at midfield. Will Byrne is there, and Tyree will pick it up. Tyree has two in front of him. Deflection, takes it across the field, and Corvallis given up to Toonstra. Toonstra around the defender. He'll put it into Austin Ogilvie. Austin will chase it down as Toonstra will back up. Now this one's going to be down the line, and Hoikling will have a touch on it. Out of bounds. We'll have a Ram throw in front of the Corvallis bench. Hoikling's going to go ahead and put a chip on this one. Defender's back for a header, and Austin Ogilvie will collect. Ogilvie will send it into the box. Defender is there. Clayton Ogilvie will settle. Defender with a touch, and it's Tyree. Tyree with a touch on it, and Corvallis will have the run. Here's Corvallis on the run. Tyree with a shoulder, and it's pushed up. That's Venema, and Kirkus steps up and says, we're going to punch this one out of here. And we get a high diving attempt by Julian Hamilton, and the Rams will have a free kick coming. Lots of action going on, just about 8 minutes of play gone by.
Zach Lincoln on the ball.
So it's going to be Tyree with the punch. He's going to volley this one low. Clayton is there, and Corvallis clears it out. Lechner chases it down. Lechner with a volley into the box. Tyree with a touch. Clayton to control. Clayton centers it up to Dial, but Corvallis gets a touch on it. Now Lechner will go ahead and give it up to Burns. Burns in the middle of the field. Burns has it taken off his foot, and now on the run is Cooper. Matt Cooper of Corvallis. He chips it ahead. Hoikling is there with the header, and it'll be Calmy to pick it up. Calmy will push it ahead to Austin. Austin trying to center it to Clayton, but Corvallis is there. And Opat will clear it out. Actually, that is Hamilton. Tyree fighting with it, shoulders out of bounds, and we'll have a Ram throw-in. I don't see Jack Lincoln on the field. That might be the position that Burns is taken care of, Will Byrne. And this one's good kick by Luke Wolski. A whistle, and the Rams will have another free kick coming. So Lechner with a good set here. He's going to go ahead and volley this one. A chip into the box. Cooper is there with a header, and this one's going to be out of bounds. Ram throw in on the far side.
It's a solid ball in by Liam Lechner.
And it looks like Toonstra will take the throw to Dial. Dial will go ahead and drop it back to his defender, Calmy, and switches fields to Kirkus. Kirkus centering it to Dial, too much on the touch, but Burns is there. Burns switching fields to Tyree. Good chest ball by Tyree, but Corvallis' defense is there, and now Corvallis will run on it, and this one's going to come all the way out. Here comes Kaleva, and he's going to just give it a touch to Hoikling, who's going to center it up to Burns.
Good clear by Rams goalkeeper.
Little volley bouncing around, and it will be Toonstra. Toonstra is there, deflected. Toonstra with a header, trying to get it to Austin. Austin with a touch. Austin pushing ahead. Austin around the defender. Here's Austin Ogilvie inside the box. He's going to turn the ball, and Corvallis will touch it out of bounds. Corner kick coming for the Rams.
Corvallis showing some pretty tough defense.
Austin Ogilvie, another dual sport, fall sport athlete, as the Rams will have their first corner kick of the game. He's also a defensive back and wide receiver for the Loyola Rams. Last night they had the senior night, and I thought it was kind of interesting, as this one's punched into the box. Tyree is there, and this one's off the pole. Deflection. Tyree with a good header, and it'll be chased down by Kirkus. Good hustle by Ferrero, and this one's punched ahead for Ferrero. We get Ferrero going down. Lechner not happy with it, and the first free kick for Hamilton coming. And they're going to get Lechner with a yellow card because he was so upset with the call. They were in motion, and the player went down, so Lechner felt it was inadvertent. I kind of feel the same way, but hey, I've got the microphone up here, and the guys with the yellow jerseys are the ones calling the plays, so that's going to bring in a player off the bench for the Rams. But back to the little thing about Ogilvie last night. They have a little thing that the players say about each other, as this is number 16, and I don't have him on the roster. Oh, that is Ryan Morgan. I apologize. As the free kick will be taken by Mason Wiggins. Wiggins is going to send it into the box. A touch on it by Corvallis, but Dial is there. And we get a whistle, and this is going to be a free kick coming for the Rams now. But the little comment that was made by Austin said that he, as a football player, his coaches say that he has hands like his feet. And his comment was, little do they know, I'm an all-star soccer player. So I thought that was kind of cool. Calmy is going to go ahead and drop this one back to Kaleva. Kaleva will be challenged, and he's going to try to switch fields to Kirkus. It'll be out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw-in. Here's the throw, and we're going to have a whistle. Illegal throw-in, and so the Rams will turn the ball. It looks like
anybody's hungry, hot dogs, Coke, concession stand.
Lechner is set to come in, and Clayton Ogilvie will have the seat.
Coffee, chiclets, Skittles, chewing gum.
And they say a throw in. Kirkus will take the throw.
And of course, love.
And Dial will have to chase this one down, gives it ahead to Kirkus. Corvallis is there, and it's fed ahead to Ferrero. Ferrero centers it up for Cooper. Cooper has it taken off the ball by Burns, and Corvallis will control. Switching fields, a high chip, and Morgan fights for it. Austin Ogilvie with a chest stall. Austin Ogilvie and Morgan, and Ogilvie will come up with it. Ogilvie on the run. He's got one defender in front of him. He's going to chip it out to the outside to Toonstra. Toonstra into the box. Toonstra will take a crack. This one is off the keeper. Great strike by Toonstra.
Shot by the Rams.
And a corner kick coming for Loyola. And it'll be Dial to take the corner. And see which corner. Dial's going to take it to the near corner. And Dial's got a good step. Yeah, I like his volley. And that's probably why Coach Lund has him. And this one is kicked out of bounds. Goal kick coming. That's probably why Coach Lund has him take the corner kicks. Trying to bend that one like a banana and just couldn't get the inside curve. Here's Linois. Morgan steps up, gets a touch on it. This is going to send it back into the Corvallis zone. Inside the box, Morgan's going to come up and challenge. Chipped outside to Caleb Warnkin. Warnkin trying to settle, and it's Austin Ogilvie coming up with it. Ogilvie with two on. Loses his feet, but keeps up. Ogilvie now to the middle of the field. A touch to Morgan, and not enough, and Corvallis will clear it out of the zone. Here's the push up the near sideline. A shoulder by Ferrero, and Lechner is going to kick this one out of bounds. Liam Lechner smartly using the sideline. And that one's deflected out off Corvallis, and the Rams will have the throw in. Clayton Ogilvie to come in, and it looks like Morgan to come off. Ray Morgan, a 5'11 junior. He has a throw in to Lechner. Drop back to Kirkus. Kirkus has got space. He's going to go ahead and punch it ahead. Header. And Dial will set it up to Toonstra. Toonstra settles it. Tries to get it to Austin, and the defense is there. Toonstra now takes the defender off the ball. Toonstra feeds it to Ogilvie, and Austin is not there, so Tyree with some space on the near side. Switches it up, and nice play by Cooper to come up and take that one off the ball as the Rams kind of just let it roll. This one's going to come all the way back, and Kaleva is going to kick it. Ooh, it's deflected off of the Corvallis player and out of bounds. We'll have a throw in for Corvallis on the near side. Corvallis trying to create some movement. Throw inside the box. Kirkus is there, out of bounds, and this is going to be a Corvallis throw in once again. Taking the throw is Venema. In, and Lechner is there to clear it out. Burns, and here's a chip high. Kaleva will come up, and we've got offsides. Flag in the air, and the Rams will have a free kick off the offside.
Strong play by Rams keeper Kaleva.
Lechner set to kick the free kick. Good job by the Ram defense to hold that line. This one's going to be deflected off of Venema. Calmy will put it back in, and header by Tyree and controlled by Ferreira. There's Clayton Ogilvie. He's got 2 on, a touch, and Kirkus will come up with it. Kirkus will send Tyree down the near sideline, and Tyree will kick that one off of the official on the side. Corvallis with the throw-in. Lechner with a header. And Corvallis will kick this one out. Rams with a throw-in on the near sideline. Approaching the halfway mark through the first half. Lots of play down the middle of the field. And a flag which will give Corvallis the throw-in. Only one shot on goal, and that's by the Rams. Kirkus with a move, and this one's chipped up into the air. Clayton Ogilvie is there. Austin gives it back to Clayton, brother to brother, and now it's Tyree. Tyree will work it around, and a throw-in coming. Thought we might see a whistle, but it isn't so. So Kirkus to throw in, trying to go to Tyree. Defender is there. Tyree with a header. And the ball settled in the middle of the field. Here is Cooper to the far side. And they'll go ahead and touch this one back to the fullback. And punched ahead. Onside is Corvallis. Ferreira will pick it up. Lechner is there, and Ferreira will have the touch. This one's going to be out of bounds. Goal kick coming.
Nice defense by Lechner.
Only the second one of the half for the Rams. Kaleva setting the ball. And Kaleva, this one's going to be Ferrero with the touch. Kirkus is there, and Lechner will go ahead and clear it upfield. Austin gets a touch on it. Gets by the defender. Austin on the run. And this one is going to be chipped even deeper into the Corvallis zone. Austin will chase it down. The keeper will pick it up. Lenoir right on the edge of the box. We get a whistle. And this is going to be a free kick coming for the Rams. Lenoir not happy with the call by the official, and Dial to set up the free kick.
Keeper uses his hands just outside of the box.
And it was the keeper was outside of the box. This one Lenoir will get a hand on.
Nice save.
Thrown out very quickly. Kirkus is there for the touch. And gives it to Clayton. Too much on the touch. Wilburn will fight for it. Austin is there. Austin with a touch, and now Corvallis to get it out of the zone. It's Cooper. Kirkus picks him up. Little push by Cooper. Dial will pick up the ball. Flicks it back behind himself.
Kirkus having a good game today.
And Lechner. Touched by Corvallis. This one's going to roll out of bounds, and the Rams will have the throw-in. Looks like Tyree will take the throw. Tyree with a good throw. This one's going to get into the box. Austin with a header to center it, and the deflection off of Tyree out of bounds. Sent back in by Hoikling. Clayton is there. Clayton with a turn. Left foot. Now sets it up outside for Tyree. Tyree a touch around the defender. Defenders are there. Clayton, Austin Ogilvie, and this one's behind the goal. Goal kick coming for the Blue Devils. Scoreless, but lots of action going on. Soccer is a sport that's not so much about the score, but the action on the field, I feel like. You know, some sports it's all about what the scoreboard says, but with soccer, there's so much that goes on. There's a lot of action, and the play in the field, I feel like it's the play between the 18s that makes all the difference. Here's Dial. And picked up by Corvallis on the short pass. Dial is there for the deflection. And Tyree. Tyree pushes it ahead. Gets around the defender. He's got Austin there as well as Clayton. Tyree with 3 defenders. Sees Austin. Austin will chip it in. Clayton is there. Clayton with a deflection. The keeper with a save. And it's cleared out.
Tenacious play by Zach.
Great play by Clayton Ogilvie. And a good save by Linois. And we'll have a throw in for the Rams on the near sideline. At the top of the box, and it's in!
Go Rams! Beautiful shot.
Austin Ogilvie continuing on his tear in the 16th minute to give the Rams the advantage. 1-0.
Beautiful goal by Rams.
And this will be reset, and that's how goals are scored, folks. Everybody wants to set up for the beautiful shot, but it's the deflection, as Cooper will have this one behind his back on the tip. And it's Toonstra to pick it up. Toonstra settles it to Austin in the middle of the field, giving off to Byrne. Byrne back to Austin. Austin with a touch on it. Gets behind the defender. Austin inside the box, and he chips it over the goal. Austin Ogilvie.
Great individual effort by Austin Ogilvie, who just had the goal a few seconds ago.
Austin saying, I've got the press, the hot foot, give me the ball. He had a couple of good tackles last night against Anaconda as well. It's great to see these athletes play multiple sports, as Hamilton is going to have this one booted up to midfield. Dial will fight for it. Kirkus is there and settled by Corvallis. Here's Clayton Ogilvie with it. Clayton's going to feed it ahead to Dial. Dial will come to Toonstra on the near side, but not enough. Good thought. And Corvallis will clear it out. Calmy with it. Calmy is going to go to Hoikling. Hoikling with a one touch up to Tyree, but Corvallis is there on the deflection out of bounds. And the Rams will have a throw, and it'll be Hoikling to take it. Good throw, trying to go to Austin Ogilvie, and it's headed into the Corvallis bench. Now the throw in. Tyree will pick it up. Another throw in for the Rams, as Corvallis smartly uses that end line or sideline. A header by Austin, and the defender is there. And Corvallis will switch fields. Congestion. A good header to put at the feet of Ferrero. And Kirkus is there. Drop back now. Defender with space. Upfield, and Kirkus will step in front of Ferrero. And Kirkus will maintain control. Mason Wiggins back to help out on the defense. Clayton with it and taken off by Wiggins. Now it's Dial taking in Wiggins off the ball. And it's Burns. Burns will pick it up, feeds it ahead to Austin, but too much on the touch, and Linois will have a one-knee save.
Good through ball by Will Burns.
Linois with a drop kick to midfield, a header, and settled by the Rams. Lechner sends it into the zone, a header by Hamilton. Clayton Ogilvie heads it down. Gets by him, and it's picked up by Corvallis. Corvallis will send it ahead to Cooper, and it's Lechner. Kaleva will come up, and Kaleva will have the punch to clear it out. Now it's Tyree. Tyree drops it back to Hoikling in front of the Ram bench, and Corvallis gets a touch on it. And Calmy. It'll be off the toe of Corvallis. Rams with a throw in. Here's the throw down the sideline. Corvallis smartly using the sideline to deflect it out of bounds. Throw into Ogilvy. Drops it back to Calmy. Calmy up the sideline to Tyree. Tyree with a touch. Corvallis is there. One on. Tyree just going to let it settle. Cooper will come up and tries to feed it ahead, and we get a flag. This is going to be a throw-in for Corvallis, and they'll turn the ball very quickly. Dial with a header. This time the Rams choosing to use the sideline to keep Corvallis off. Substitution coming as Venema comes back on. Throw in. Burns is there. Header back upfield. Austin is there for the touch, and it's sent ahead. Now chasing it down is Burns. Corvallis turns it out of bounds. Rams will have the throw in again as we burn towards 11 minutes. Austin Ogilvy back to Calmy. Touch, it's Hoikling, and now Calmy back as well on the end line, and a Corvallis throw in behind the pole. Very quickly with the throw, Cooper with the header. Lechner is there to collect it, and Hoikling will put it upfield. Burns is there, as well as the defense. It's Venema now. Venema will touch it ahead. It's Ferrero. Ferrero with Kaleva collecting it.
Another strong save by Rams keeper Daniel Kaleva.
Kaleva palming the ball. Now he's going to drop kick it to the near side. That'll get past Toonstra, out of bounds, and throw in coming for Corvallis as we tick towards 10 minutes. Hamilton with a boot. Ferrero couldn't get to it, so Kirkus will have the throw in now for the Rams. And this Loyola soccer team, a little bit of a co-op without being a co-op, as Toonstra is a Valley Christian student. This one's out of bounds down the line. Valley Christian, a Class C school, limited on numbers, so they're not able to put together a soccer program. Throw in by Kirkus to Clayton, picked up by Austin. Austin's going to send it to the far side to Tyree. Tyree runs it down. Tyree outside the box, working against the defender. We get a flag, and this is going to be in favor of the Rams. Corner kick coming.
Rams corner kick.
Loyola has had the pressure. Corvallis with a couple of really good runs, but it's been Loyola's pressure as this one's booted in, and Burns is there. Deflection, fought for. Toonstra is there. It's still battled inside the box and now cleared out by Corvallis. There's Lechner. Lechner touches it off to Austin Ogilvy. Austin drops it back to Calmy, who goes up the far sideline to Tyree. Tyree with one on. Dropping it back to Hoikling. Hoikling will strike it. All of the defenders for the Rams now pushed up into Corvallis territory. Austin Ogilvy at the top of the box. A touch, Corvallis with the deflection. Austin's going to go ahead and take the crack, and this will be a good save by Linois. Linois will roll it out to the near side. Kirkus is there. Deflection, and they say Corvallis with the throw-in. Substitutions coming now for Corvallis. Looks like Caleb Warnken will come off. Nope. It'll be Ferrero. Jeremiah Ferrero. Now the throw.
Checking in for Corvallis, Luke Sangster.
Sangster will come in for Corvallis as Dial fights for it. Switching fields and picked up by Ian Wilson. And they say settled as Tyree goes down. Burns on the deflection. Burns feeding it to Tyree now. Tyree with a little footwork. He's going to go up to Austin. Austin on the edge of the box. Has it touched away, and now Austin gets it back. Austin turns it against the defender. A touch on it. Tyree goes down inside the box. Whistle, and a free kick coming
Good play by Austin Ogilvie.
for Corvallis. It's only their second of the half. Rams lead 1-0 at 7 minutes. Lechner at midfield. Touch on it. Tyree now with the push. Tyree turns back inside, and he's got space. He's going to go ahead and send it on the bounce, and Lenoir will come up and grab it. Right away with the boot. Lechner with the header. It's out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw-in. Down the near side. It's Luke Sangster. Sangster will have the throw. He'll put it in the box, and Dial is there with the header, and Corvallis will reset on the throw. Very quickly, this time it'll be Mason Wiggins to throw. He wants a deep one. He's going to give it off, and Lechner will whiff on the kick, and Kaleva will go ahead and boot it out. Controlled by Corvallis. 2 Corvallis players there, and now Hamilton will send it in. Calme with a touch, and Venema. Venema sends it, and Hoikling will pick it up as he slides down. Tyree with it. Tyree trying to send it, and it's out of bounds. Corvallis will have the throw-in on the far side. Very quickly into it as Cooper will receive it, and Dial will take it off his foot. Tyree with a good boot. Kaleva getting everybody to push up. Austin Ogilvie is there. He'll stall it. Leaves the ball behind. Now Venema will pick up Ogilvie. Venema and Ogilvie with the shoulders. Touched out. Tyree now outside the box. Tyree with time will volley it to the top. And the header will have a Ram throw-in on the far sideline by Tyree. Going to Clayton. Venema with the header to clear it out. Back down to Burns. Burns will go to Clayton across the top. Corvallis is there. And now on the run is Corvallis. A step in by Kirkus. And centering it up for Cooper. Calme is there. Calme turns it to Hoikling. Hoikling will turn it. And smart play by Cooper.
A lot of hustle out there.
And the Rams will have a throw-in on the far sideline. Cooper will send it in, and Kaleva is going to go ahead and collect this one on the end line. And he's going to call for everybody to push up. Kaleva, a very smart keeper. Keeper is the general on the field. A lot of people think that the midfielders, sometimes even the strikers, are the general. I used to think when I was a sweeper I was the general on the field. As this one's fed up, Kaleva's going to come out of the box, and he's going to get the slide. This one's going to roll to the near side, out of bounds, and we'll have a Corvallis throw-in. Smart play by Kaleva, as I mentioned before. Here's the throw-in very quickly to Venema, and Lechner will clear it out down the side, and it'll be out of bounds. Corvallis with the throw-in. But the keeper is really the general on the field. They can see everything that's going on, and they put everybody into their spot. Now, as a sweeper, which is technically a defender, the mid defender, they usually are, and I'd say Liam Lechner is the closest thing to a sweeper if that's the way that they run. Not all teams run with a sweeper. Sometimes they'll run with 4, as Hoikling will take the ball off the foot of Cooper. Smart play by the defender. But most teams will set up 4 defenders, but if you get real technical about it, you'll set up your 2 wing fullbacks. Then you'll have a sweeper and a stopper, and the sweeper is usually the last man back on the defense, and Lechner usually does a pretty good job of that. Here's Dial with a header ahead to Toonstra. Toonstra with a good chest stall. sends it ahead, and it's Austin Ogilvie, and it's punched out by Corvallis, out of bounds, and the Rams will have the throw in as we approach the 2-minute mark.
Rams throw in.
It'll be Kirkus to take the throw. He'll throw it in up the line. Deflection in the middle of the field. And it's Burns to collect. Burns tries to send it back in, but Corvallis will clear it out as we approach the 2-minute mark.
2 minutes left in the half.
So we're officially at the 2-minute stoppage time as Hoikling will collect the drop, fed out to Burns. Burns tried to get a touch on it, but it's going to go out of bounds behind the pole. And Corvallis will throw in. Smartly played. Tyree looking like he was going to go for it and cause the defender to the Corvallis player to get a touch on it to force it out of bounds. Here's Hoikling now on the drop. Up to Austin. Austin centers it. Too much on the touch. Dial will come up, takes it off the foot of the Corvallis defender. Now he's got Toonstra. Too much on the touch to Toonstra. Toonstra will chase it down, and it's going to be over the end line. And a goal kick coming now for Corvallis. Excuse me. It's their 4th of the game. This will be taken by Hamilton. Header as Tyree goes down. He'll go ahead and get back up. Tyree, a very physical player at the midfield position. Tyree, a special young man. I enjoy seeing him. He always comes up and is so thankful as Lechner's going to have this one, and Tyree tried to get the header on it, out of bounds.
Solid ball in by Lechner.
And a goal kick coming. Good serve by Lechner. And Corvallis will let this one, nope. No, they're going to say it did go out as the line judge will now put his flag up. Inside the 2-minute stoppage time here at Rollin Field. Punch the other way. And the official says that is half. So the Rams own the first half, 1-0 over Corvallis. We'll step aside. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we're at halftime between the Loyola Rams and the Corvallis Blue Devils. We'll be back right after this.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Garden of Reading has a large stock of books, gifts, music, toys, and more. Stop into Sacred Grounds for their full-service coffee bar featuring Missoula's best gourmet coffee. While you're there, pick up a pound of Garden of Reading's award-winning fudge and get a half pound for free. Garden of Reading is Missoula's home for the best dietary supplement, Define 8. Garden of Reading is located at 2621 Brook Street. Garden of Reading is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
The Round Carlino Investment Planning Group of D.A. Davison & Company is a proud supporter of Loyola Sacred Heart Athletics. D.A. Davison & Company is your hometown investment team. As certified financial planners, Ray Round and Sidney Carlino create smart strategy of wealth planning and investment management. Take advantage of the largest full-service investment firm in the Northwest and Ray and Sidney's experience. Call 543-8244 today. D.A. Davison & Company, member SIPC, the strength of advice.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Lunch and dinner 7 days a week. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Rollin Field as the Loyola Rams in charge. 1-0 over the Corvallis Blue Devils at the half. Lots of play in the middle of the field, so halftime stats look a little miscued, but it does reflect the score on the scoreboard. For Corvallis, no shots, no goals, 1 corner kick, and Linois with 3 saves. For the Rams, it'd be 1 goal off of 6 shots, 3 corner kicks. Kalevo with no saves. Austin Ogilvie getting the Rams on the board in the 16th minute on the deflection to make it 1-0. It'd be the Rams who would own the free kick, as it would be 9-2, but goal kicks in favor of Corvallis 5-2. Corvallis caught offsides once. So the Rams in charge, 1-0 at half. When we come back, we'll have the start of your second half. I'm Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. You're listening to Loyola Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Round Carlino Investment Planning Group of D.A. Davison & Company is a proud supporter of Loyola Sacred Heart Athletics. D.A. Davison & Company is your hometown investment team. As certified financial planners, Ray Round and Sidney Carlino create smart strategy of wealth planning and investment management. Take advantage of the largest full-service investment firm in the Northwest and Ray and Sidney's experience. Call 543-8244 today. D.A. Davison & Company, member SIPC, the strength of advice.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy breakfast, breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community. Welcome back to Rollin Field. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we've got the second half just a few moments away with the Loyola Rams leading the Corvallis Blue Devils 1-0. Last regular season game of the year for both sides as postseason will begin here in the future, and these Loyola Rams trying to make their way in. The Rams, they are already Class B state champions as they took down Big Fork. Both the Rams and the Breakers taking down Big Fork this year. So Big Fork, the only other Class B soccer team in the state. Loyola, the first Class B soccer team, and well, they compete at the Class A level, and the girls doing a good job this year to stay competitive in Class A soccer as they are at the top, but things a little changed because of the 15 goals scored by Hamilton. 15-1 win earlier this week. Very controversial. A lot of people within the soccer community, not just the Class A soccer community, not just in the Valley, but people within the soccer community in general, calling for controversy because of the play that Hamilton had, 15-1 on the girls' side, and just blasting their opponent. 10-1 was the score at halftime, and a lot of people thought they should have changed keepers out, brought in younger players, and taken the foot off the gas pedal, but Hamilton wanting to make a statement, and they certainly did, and now they are the talk of the state for soccer. Here's our officials making their way to midfield as the breeze has come up here at Rollin Field. Looks like a little bit of moisture coming in from the west, the northwest.
Let's give a little hand for the refs and linesmen, folks. Toughest job in sports.
And Corvallis will have the ball. The Rams moving right to left, east to west, if you will, the way the field sits here in Missoula. Rollin Field, what a complex this is. I really enjoy it, and this has got some great memories all the way back. I grew up here in Missoula, as there's the whistle to start play. But coming out here as a kid, as Corvallis drops this one deep to their defense, and now they're going to send it. Calmy is there, Cooper to defend, and Hoikling now up the sideline to Toonstra. Toonstra. Rollin Field's always been, as Cooper's going to feed this one in. There's two Ram players there Austin will feed it to Clayton. Clayton with a step in front of the defender. Clayton trying to get around the defender, and Corvallis will step in. So now it's Tyree. Tyree outside the box. He's going to drag it in deeper down the far sideline. Now he'll turn it. Clayton with just too much of a step, and Corvallis clears it out. And Tanner Carlson is there as he's in on the defensive side, subbing out for Kirkus. And that one's going to roll down the sideline.
Tyree showing some nice skill on the ball.
But Rollin Field's always been a fun place to come hang out in my youth. Down here, and then when I came back from Arizona, as they just now get the clock started, so it'll be slightly off here at the field. Kirkus is going to be subbed in for Carlson. And there's Venema. Venema with a good step. He's going to feed it ahead to Cooper. And Lechner is just that much quicker as he gives it off to Hoikling on the near side. Hoikling will move it around. Cooper is there, but Hoikling continues to battle through. And Calmy will come up with the step with Trey Gross for Corvallis there, trying to keep things going. And Cooper will pick it up for Corvallis. There's Austin Ogilvie. Ogilvie with a step. Now he's on the run. Ogilvie, the goal scorer. He's got one defender to get by, and he does. Moves to the inside of the box. Steps, stops, stalls. Centers it for Burns, and this one's going to be cleared out. Picked up by Hoikling. Hoikling settling to Austin. Austin with a flick to himself, but defender is there, and now centered to Clayton. Clayton with one defender stepping in. Nice job by Caleb Warnkin to step in on that one. And now Corvallis will punch it out of their own zone, and Lechner will have to chase it down. Wind coming up here. Might have to hold on to the awning momentarily as Austin tries to work it out, and this one's going to be Corvallis to take control. Burns with a touch on it to the middle of the field, and it's Cooper. Cooper with nobody there, and now he will touch it outside. Centering it up to Venema. Too much on the touch, and Ferrero's got to chase it down. Now on the far side, it is Warnkin. Drop back, and Ferrero will take the shot. It's going to be wide of the goal, and a nice save by Kaleva. And that'll be the first shot on goal and the first save for Kaleva. And here's Cooper pushing it once again. Hoikling will get a touch on it. It's going to roll, and corner kick coming for Corvallis.
Corner kick, Corvallis.
And then with the Missoula Raptors, it was always great to come and play football here with that organization. And then just with the Rams over the years, this one's going to be volleyed into the box, back of the box, over, and Dial will get a foot on it. This one's cleared out, and a goal kick coming now for the Rams. So defense holds. Spent some time inside the rack playing basketball as an old man, not as a youth, over the recent years. A fun facility. If you ever make it to Missoula and there happens to be a Ram or Breaker event going on at the Ram, at the rack, I would encourage you to go in because it is a ton of fun to watch sports there. Just as all of our other Missoula high school facilities, as Toonstra will win this one, and it's touched out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw in.
Ben Tunistra showing some skill and hustle.
And they're going to say it's a free kick. So Calmy is there, touched out of bounds, and the Rams will have the throw in now on the near sideline. Got to remember to look at my clock and not the one on the board. There's a 2-minute difference between the two. And it's Corvallis to step up. Hoikling is there against Ferrero. Lechner as well, and now Calmy will send it out. Toonstra on the sideline, and Toonstra will step it out of bounds. Corvallis will reset. Here's the throw into the box. Lechner is there with a good header, and Clayton Ogilvie will get it to Austin. Austin steps on top of the ball. Now he'll go ahead and make the run, and he'll be pushed off by Cooper. No whistle. Incidental contact, as they call it, and Clayton Ogilvie will step into it. Cooper is there, as well as Calmy. Now it's turned by Ferrero, fed to Cooper. Cooper's outside the box. He's going to turn. Left-footed set for Ferrero, and no good as the Rams defense is there. There's Tyree. Tyree to push it out with 2 on. Tyree up the side, and he'll let it go out of bounds, and we'll have
Some tough defense out there.
Corvallis throw in. No, this will be a Ram throw in as it's taken by Kirkus. Kirkus playing back at the fullback position. Through most of the year, he has been up at the midfield position. Dial with a header. And now Tyree trying to save it from going out of bounds, and does. He's got Austin touched by Corvallis out of bounds, and Tyree will very quickly throw it in. Burns with a touch, and Corvallis will get the throw in now. Touch booted out of bounds by Corvallis, and Loyola will have the throw once again. Senior night, or senior day, I should say, for the Rams on the soccer field. Last regular season home game. Had the senior day for senior night for the football program, as Tyree is going to be offsides.
Just a foot or two offside.
And that's the first offside call on the Rams. So a free kick coming. Good punch, high arc. Dial tries to fight for it. Now it's Cooper with a header, and it's Austin Ogilvie. No, it's Toonstra. And Cooper. Lechner will go ahead and put a touch on it. It's going to be chipped out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw in. So the Rams football program played their last regular season home game last night. They go on the road, Big Fork, this coming Friday, and the final game of the year coming 2 weeks from yesterday against the Florence Falcons. Substitutions coming for Corvallis very quickly. And Dial is there with a deflection. He'll try to clear it upfield. And Clayton Ogilvie now. Defender will step up. That's Mason Wiggins, and now it's chased down in the corner, trying to be set, and Calmy is there. Calmy will get it out to Tyree. Tyree tries to turn it against Corvallis. Ferrero is over there. Ferrero with a touch, and it's Dial to punch it out. And Wiggins back into the zone. Ferrero by himself, run down by Lechner. Lechner with a slide tackle, and this one's going to go over the end line, and a corner kick coming for Corvallis.
Whole back line showing some toughness.
Smart play by the Loyola senior, Liam Lechner, going down on the slide to get the deflection, and that's exactly what he got. Corvallis to volley it into the box. It's over the front of the lip. It's going to roll out, and a goal kick coming now for the Rams.
It's Corvallis with a quality corner kick.
So Kaleva will set up the kick. And he's going to come to the near side. Tyree will head it to the middle of the field to Austin, and Austin Ogilvie with a touch, and that one's going to be deflected out of bounds, and we'll have a Ram throw in. Ten minutes gone by in this second half where the Rams lead 1-0, but Corvallis with plenty of pressure. Here's Calmy with the throw, and Tyree with a touch, controlled by Corvallis. Dial centering it to Clayton. Burns is there, and now up to Clayton. Clayton Ogilvie will turn it. He's got Austin. Austin on the run. There's one defender, Austin. A touch out of bounds, and we'll have a corner kick coming for the Rams. Will Burns. Jack Lincoln, as I noticed at halftime, is not even suited up. He's in street clothes. As Dial's going to set this one up, Jack Lincoln out for this one. So that's kind of an interesting take on it. Here's the volley. Back of the goal. It's going to roll in front of the lip of the goal. Chased down by Toonstra. And Toonstra will have the deflection. And they're going to say goal kick.
Corner kick by Garrett Deal.
Be the first goal kick of the half for Corvallis. And this one will be set up by Hamilton. Good chip to midfield. Dial with the header. Austin to Clayton. Clayton will settle. Tries to feed it ahead to Austin, but Venema is there. Kirkus gets a touch on it. And now it'll be punched ahead by Opat. Out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw in on the far side. Throw in very quickly. Kirkus is there, but Ferrero, and he's going to take a shot up over the goal, and that one's through the uprights. Would have been 3 if it was on the football field. Regardless, though, it's a shot on goal for Corvallis and a goal kick coming for the Rams. So Kuleva to set up the goal kick. Tyree with a good header to the middle of the field. And it's punched back into the zone. Calmy with it. Luke Woliski with the punch. And now defended. Tyree is there. We get a whistle. And this is going to go against Tyree. So a free kick coming for Corvallis. Clayton Ogilvie with a flick to himself, and now Burns. Burns will kick it ahead, and it's Toonstra on the chase. Hamilton is there to touch it away, and now Corvallis in control again. Switching fields, coming to the near side to Schlemgen. Schlemgen will send it. Chased down by Ferrero. He is ahead of Calmy. Ferrero, and he's going to fall down at the top of the box. We get a whistle, and Ferrero is down.
Nice run by Corvallis, resulting in a penalty kick.
And a penalty kick coming for Corvallis.
Ask him a round of applause. That was a heck of a nice run.
And Ferrero is going to be escorted off the field. And it looks like number 7, Matt Cooper, is going to take the penalty kick.
Matt Cooper.
And actually it's going to be Venema to come up and take the kick now. Kuleva set. Venema waiting for the official to take care of the bookwork. Calmy to come off and Morgan to come on for the Rams. Not sure if they gave a yellow card to Calmy or not. Here's Venema with the kick, and he's going to go wide of the goal. The Rams hold on to their 1-0 lead. And a goal kick coming for Danny Kuleva.
That was the intimidating force of Dan Kaleva in goal.
And we get a whistle as substitutions are coming in. Calmy coming back on. Not quite sure. I did not see the yellow card flash, but they escorted him off the field. And then after the kick, they brought him back on. Now Lechner will get the boot. Cooper will turn it. Calmy is there. And a soft touch, Kuleva with the gather. Kaleva only 2 saves on the day. Limited shots as Austin will pick up the ball. And out of bounds we'll have a Corvallis throw-in. So Dante Venema set up with a penalty kick and trying to get tricky to go near post and could not make the connection. Hoikling is there with Venema, and Calmy will touch it out of bounds. Just under 24 minutes left to play. And the volley into the box, and Kaleva is there to collect it. Here's the drop kick by Kaleva. Burns with a step, and now Dial to Austin. Austin is challenged by Venema, and it's Mahan on the far side. Mahan with a touch. Mahan centers it up. Mahan to turn, and Mahan, good job by Mahan to defensive side. Now Burns comes up with it, smallest guy on the field, and he'll touch it right to a Corvallis player. Lechner with a chip and a header to settle. It's Austin Ogilvie with a touch on it. Austin stepping inside on Clayton, and Corvallis gets there. Austin with a deflection. Toonstra puts it into the air. Austin with a header to Toonstra, and Corvallis gets a foot on it. It's Cooper to collect, challenged by Hoikling. Hoikling with a touch out of bounds to slow things down. There's the touch. Venema challenging. Chip ahead. Lechner is there to force it upfield, and it's punched by Corvallis down the far sideline, out of bounds. Kirkus will chase it down for the throw-in.
Rams throw.
Starting to chill out here at Rollin Field. There's heavy clouds coming over the mountain range to the west of us. Ugliness going on behind Blue Mountain. Was here for the Rams game last night. Of course, it is homecoming week for Montana Grizzlies, and they had festivities going on, as this one is going to be sent into the box, and Kaleva will pick it up on the bounce. He's going to immediately throw it right out to Toonstra. Toonstra with a header to settle it. He'll turn it around, and Venema is there. Punch back into the Rams zone. Calmy comes flying in. He's going to touch it to Burns. Burns has one on, turned and sent back ahead. Here's Hoikling. Hoikling's going to turn it towards the sideline and punched out of bounds, but was here at the Ram football game last night, and they were part of the way through the game, and all of a sudden there was explosions going off. Looked over towards the M, and they had a little fireworks show celebration, singing on the steps, as is the ritual for homecoming, in front of the Grand Hall, as Hoikling is going to, Calmy gets a touch on this one, and Corvallis is going to go ahead and send it to the box, and there's Kaleva once again. The M lit up with flashlights, just a beautiful thing here in Missoula. So that was kind of a cool festive thing while the Rams football game was going on against Anaconda. Austin trying to get a touch and controlled by Warnkin. Sent ahead, there's Cooper, Calmy and Cooper. Calmy will turn on Cooper, will take the shot. It's a chip, and it's going to hit the upright. Goal kick coming for the Rams. So 5 shots on goal for Corvallis here in the second half, as Kaleva will have, or Lechner will have the goal kick. Chest stall. Austin trying to turn it, and it's cleared out of the zone by Wolski and sent back in. And chased down. Here's Kaleva, and it's going to get by. Lechner's going to chase it down, and Lechner will have the save. Corner kick coming, as Kaleva will give Lechner a big hug. And a corner kick coming for the Blue Devils. This one's punched into the zone, a header. Trying to settle, it's kicked back off the top bar, turning, and Kirkus with a touch on it. Corvallis trying to string one up here, and the Rams defense bending
other goaltenders.
but not breaking.
Crossbar.
And now this one's centered in. Cooper will get a crack on it, and this one's going to bounce into the hands of Kaleva, and that'll be his third save of the game. Corvallis with good pressure here halfway through the second half. Weston Bueller sending it back into the Ram zone, and Corvallis continues. Oh, there's the camera. Sorry, folks. Had it on the trees. I apologize. I know you're going, what is he doing? Cameraman had some personal stuff come up this weekend, and at the last minute, I get to do audio and camera work, so I appreciate your patience with me today. Throw in by Hoikling, out of bounds off of Venema. This time Toonstra will go to Tyree. Tyree with one on. Tyree around the back of the defender, and it's touched out of bounds by Wolski. Tyree with a good throw into Ogilvy. Two defenders are there. Toonstra now with the deflection. Fought for over the end line, and a goal kick coming.
Offsides called.
Offsides called on the Rams. Free kick coming now for Corvallis. Lenoir will take it. Good shot up the field. Opat is there, but it's Burns. Burns steps on it. Opat will take him off of it, and Opat will turn. He's got one, and Kirkus with a good move, and it's Dial to pick it up. And Opat sends it ahead. Chasing it down. Clevo will come out and collects it just inside the box. Chasing it down was Sangster. Looks like Kaleva's looking to switch fields. He's going to drop this one at midfield. Dial with a touch. Toonstra. Toonstra will pick it up. Sends it ahead to Tyree. Tyree with a punch up field. And now Corvallis will kick it out of bounds. Rams with a throw in. Be Tyree to take the throw. Going to Ogilvy. Ogilvy heading it ahead to Tyree. Defender cannot get a foot on it. Now he does. And chased down on the far side by Warnkin. Nice job by Clayton to keep it in bounds, and it'll be cleared out. Lechner, it gets by Lechner, and now Cooper will chase it down with Calmy. Calmy with a touch to the near sideline, and the Rams will let it roll out. Substitutions coming for Corvallis as they'll bring three on. And as substitutions come on, it'll be Schlemmen to take the throw. Rams are there. Cooper trying to fight for it with Calmy. Lechner with a whiff, and now Kirkus will have to recover, and Kirkus will kick it to the sideline to reset things. Just under 16 minutes left to play. Rams holding on, a 1-0 over Corvallis. A 1-0 score in soccer is a huge statement. Throw in off of Clayton, and Kirkus will clear it out. Punched in, and Kaleva with a good save.
Nice shot and nice save. Daniel Kaleva.
And Kaleva with the drop kick. Venema is there. And Lechner with a boot to the sideline. This one's going to make it all the way up to the top row on the bounce. So Corvallis to throw. Out of bounds. Schlemmen to throw. This one's going to get by Fro, and Lechner will kick it over the end line, and Corvallis will set up with the corner kick. Their fourth of the half, fifth of the game. So whatever halftime adjustments were made by Kevin Hagan of Corvallis are starting to take effect as this one's volleyed into the box, and Kaleva tried to get a glove on it, and this one's into the side of the goal. Goal kick coming. Sun trying to poke its way out a little bit in the thinning clouds. Lots of thickness around the mountain range, but here in the valley starting to thin out a little bit, and that's the thing about the Missoula Valley, as Kirkus will punch this one upfield. A header, and Will Burns is there with a touch. And now it's Clayton Ogilvie. He's going to send Tyree. Tyree ahead with one on. Tyree past the defender. Tyree with a touch. The keeper comes out, and it's a good save by Linois.
Nice field up by the Rams out of the back.
That's the first shot of the half by the Rams. Out of bounds, and Corvallis will have the throw in very quickly. Is Corvallis into the throw. And Hoikling will take it to the sideline. Throw in coming. Cooper with time, and Calme will come up and challenge. Now Calme wins the challenge. Ahead to Austin. Austin will chase it down, but Corvallis with a touch to Schleming. Calme is there. Dial with a chip, and coming up is Corvallis. It's off of Corvallis, out of bounds, and the Rams will have a throw in. And with the sun coming out, that breeze has warmed up just a little bit. Not too much, though. Conversation between Toonstra and Hoikling, and now Hoikling will take the throw. Austin Ogilvie coming off as Morgan comes on. Toonstra with a drop to Dial. And Hoikling will send it in. A header by Hamilton. Calme with a touch. Got to get this ball settled on the ground. A lot of volleys. Hamilton with another high chip. Burns with a head, and Clayton Ogilvie to settle it on the far sideline. Trying to get up the sideline. Clayton fighting for it. Two defenders. Tyree to help out. Tyree with three defenders. Tyree splits the three defenders inside the box. Tyree centers it, and too much on the touch. And Corvallis will track this one down. Here's Hoikling. Hoikling to Tunistra. Too much. Tunistra was not ready for it. And now it's cleared to the sideline, and Loyola will have the throw in. Hoikling to take it very quickly. Looks like Austin Ogilvie set to come back in. And Byrne to come off.
Give a hand for Will Burns.
Will Burns.
That last header he had, you should give him a hand.
Burns brothers, quite an athletic group of young men. Toonstra, and they're going to say that was out of bounds, so Corvallis will have the throw in. Slemming. Lots of traffic to throw into and drop back. Now here's a good boot by Wolski to send it ahead. Cooper is there, as well as Ferrero, but Kirkus will get a foot on it. Kirkus not able to get the second strike, and now it's pushed ahead by Warnken. Warnken gives it outside to Ferrero. Lechner is there to the top, and Calme says, let's punch this one outside to slow things down. Approaching the 10-minute mark. Rams holding on, but anything can happen. 10 minutes is an eternity in soccer when a goal can be scored simply off a deflection. Ferrero to receive the kick, and this one's sent in the box. Kaleva will go to a knee and pick it up. Kaleva with a good throw. Tyree runs on. Tyree pushing on the ball behind the pole there. Clayton Ogilvie fighting for it, and it is Corvallis to come up with it. Ferrero down the sideline, out of bounds, and it will be a Ram throw-in as they fish this one out from underneath the trees along the creek. One of the things that's really cool about Rollin Field, as you can see in the background, they've got all those trees along the edge. Well, there's a creek that runs through the middle of town, and that skirts the outside edge. Makes for interesting in the springtime for softball, as this one's sent back in. Cooper's going to chase it down. Kaleva says, I'm going to boot this one out of here.
Great clearance.
And it's picked up. Fought for. And Hoikling Fleming says, we're just going to take this one to the sideline. Makes for an interesting softball coverage, though, because water access is off the creek as Dial gets a header to the middle of the field, and Austin Ogilvie will collect it to send it ahead. Tyree is there. Gets around the defender. Tyree with Hamilton on. Hamilton will step on to Tyree. No whistle as Tyree gets down. He'll recollect the ball around the defender. Tyree with a touch, and that one's going to roll right in front of the goal.
Nice clearance from the Rams defense. Zach getting on the
And a
ball.
goal kick coming
Comes up with a nice shot.
for Corvallis. But they don't have the water system works off of the creek. Well, when the creek doesn't open up until halfway through the softball season, well, it makes it difficult to to water the field down, and so in between games or before the game, a lot of my equipment gets a little sandy. That's all right, though. All in the name of coverage of high school sports. Dial fighting for it with Cooper. Dial with a good flick to himself, and he's going to get it around. He's got Austin Ogilvie, who he will touch it to. Austin is upfield, and Austin out of bounds, and we'll have a Ram throw-in. So Loyola with the press under 10 minutes here. A header puts it back out of bounds, and Toonstra will throw once again. Austin's going to take the throw. Austin with a big throw into the box, and it's touched by Corvallis. Schlemmich will get a foot on it. Settled in front of Toonstra and Ogilvie. Bounces around and picked up by Ian Wilson. Wilson's going to push it up the near sideline. Sends it upfield, and Lechner will kick it out of bounds just about midfield. There's a throw-in. Touch, and Hoikling will chase it down in front of Cooper. Touches it out of bounds, and it'll be a Corvallis throw-in very quickly to Venema. Turns. Ferrero at the top. Ferrero, and he'll hit the far post. And in the 8th minute, Jeremiah Ferrero will put Corvallis on the board to tie it at 1.
Goal by Jeremiah Ferraro for Corvallis. Game's tied up 1-1.
So about 7 minutes here for the Rams to see if they can put another one on. They've had some good press. Dial will drop this one all the way back to Lechner. Lechner will put a foot on it. He slips as he kicks. A little bit slow to get up. And now it'll be Toonstra. Toonstra to push. Schlemmich steps in, and Will Burns will chase it down with Venema there. Venema is going to send it ahead. Hoikling with the header, and it'll be Burns. Burns looking to center it to Dial. Dial with 2 on, and Ferrero will take it off the foot, and it's sent ahead for Cooper. Hoikling will chase it down on the near side, off the knee of
Rams throw in.
Corvallis. It'll be a Rams throw-in. Short throw to Tunistra. Uses the foot. Header. And be collected by Corvallis. Space. Austin Ogilvie in the middle of the field, and it's picked up by Emer. Emer centered to Cooper. And Dial will put a head on it. Lechner. And Kaleva will run out to collect that one before it goes over the end line. And they're going to say a corner kick for Corvallis.
Rams keeper trying to save it.
So halftime adjustments, pushes the ball by Corvallis into Loyola's zone, and an eventual goal by Ferrero. This one's going to roll across the lip of the goal, and a goal kick coming for the Rams, and Kaleva is very quickly to gather up the ball for Lechner. Lechner, a short kick, trying to go to Calmy, collected by Corvallis. Kirkus is there. Ferrero with a touch. Cooper, and now Calmy with the high kick. Chased down by Warnken. Warnken on the far side, and It's Kirkus and Warnken. Warnken comes up with it. He's going to center it to Cooper, but Calmy is there. Now it's Ferrero. Lechner with a good slide tackle inside the box. Bodies go down, and they're going to say penalty kick coming for Corvallis. And this will be a second chance for Venema. Here's Venema now. And Kalova with the save. Once again, Venema is denied. And the Rams will reset with a throw-in coming in for Corvallis. Kalova. Here's the throw. Calmy with a header. Lechner to chase it down, and Lechner will punch it ahead. Will Burns. Now it's Tyree. A touch by the Corvallis defense, and Emer sends it ahead to Cooper. Cooper's got Calmy there. Sent ahead now, and a shot on goal, and it's in the back of the net.
Corvallis goal.
Corvallis takes the lead inside the 4-minute mark. Matt Cooper. Caleb. Lucas Eimer is who they're going to give that one to. In the 4th minute, and Corvallis takes a 2-1 lead over the Rams, and this is how the Rams fell to Stevensville in Steveye, holding the lead for the majority of the game, and then Steveye coming in the final minutes, getting the win as we approach the 2-minute stoppage time. And Corvallis not satisfied. They keep the pressure on, touched out of bounds, and Toonstra will have the throw-in as we are just about a half a minute away from the 2-minute stoppage time. Short throw to Dial, and we get a flag. That means Corvallis will get the... And the midfield official says, no, we're going to let the Rams rethrow it. So this time it will be Hoikling to Austin in the middle of the field. Austin trying to move it ahead. And we've reached the stoppage time. Fought for by the Rams on the near side. Bodies go down, whistles, and this is going to be a free kick for Corvallis. Austin Ogilvie disagreeing with the call. Ball placed right behind the pole. Chipper downfield. And Calmy will push it off. Slimming with the throw. He's got a good throw. And Lechner will gather it. Lechner to control. Lechner to push. Lechner's going to send it ahead to Austin. Austin at midfield around one defender. Emer is there. Sends it ahead to Lechner, and Corvallis will punch it out. It's Tyree now. Ferrero to Cooper. Cooper with a touch to Ferrero, and it's going to be Kirkus to come up with it for the Rams around Ferrero. Clayton Ogilvie with a touch. Drop back. And this one's going to be picked up by Kaleva on the bounce. So the Rams looking to see if they can spark something to tie this one back up and walk away with a tie. Out of bounds, and Corvallis with the throw-in on the far side.
Hannah Balmas.
Throw in. Header by Kirkus. Back out of bounds. Throw in stays with Corvallis. Inside the 2-minute mark. Clayton Ogilvie with a chest stall. And Venema with a good shoulder to take Kirkus off. Rams wanted a foul on it. Venema at the top now. And we get a whistle, and this is going to be a free kick coming outside the box for Corvallis, and the whistle seems to be going in the direction of Corvallis on this second half. Couple of questionable calls made. So Kaleva will set up his wall. Here's the punch, and this one will be saved by Kaleva. Here's the gather by Hamer, and he's going to punch this one up over the back of the net.
Nice save, Rams keeper Dan Kaleva.
Kaleva, and a goal kick coming now for the Rams. Corvallis making the halftime adjustments that made the difference, keeping the pressure on as this one's headed into the Corvallis zone. Out of bounds and a throw-in coming for the Rams. Clayton Ogilvie very quickly through the legs of Dial. Picked up by Burns. Burns slips and Corvallis collects. Now it's Burns again. Burns to turn. Heimer is there. Burns over the defender, and now this one's deflected out of bounds. This should be a Ram throw-in. No, they say Corvallis. Switching fields. Kirkus chases it down. Sends it upfield for Tyree. Tyree stalls it on the out of bounds. Tyree trying to center it for the Rams. Austin is at midfield with it, and Corvallis will collect. We get a whistle that will favor the Rams as Venema shouldered Dial down. And that's the first free kick of the half for the Rams, according to my notes here, but I could be wrong. Lechner is going to send this one in the box. Schlemage is there. Venema and Dial gets a foot on it. The bounce. Lechner is there, and Linois with the save, and the keeper and the official says that is game. So Corvallis comes back to get the win, 2-1 over the Loyola Rams. So that is the last regular season game for the Rams. Will have tournament play coming up, postseason play I should say, coming up very soon. But this week we will have MCPS play going on with a trip to Glacier on Thursday and then Ram football from Big Fork on Friday. You've been listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We'll talk to you Tuesday night from the Rattlesnake. Have a great rest of your weekend, folks.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.